Hello, hello. It's a glorious day here in the world. Hello, welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. This is Staycation Week. Just today and tomorrow are left. I've been able to get some rest thanks to this amazing, wonderful woman right here, Miss Sarah, our hero.
Happy to help. Happy to help.
And thank you to you. Thank you for being so kind to us. And so kind to each other. So
yes,
I'm here. I am here literally every single day of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. We have epic troll slayers who keep us safe. We have got a fantastic community. Thank you. And if you're watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. Miss Sarah will be time stamping for us.
Yes.
So you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on like 1.25 speed, which I do a lot on YouTube. So if I'm in a hurry, I do 1.5.
Oh.
But if it's something obviously more in depth,
yeah,
slow that down.
mm-hmm.
So, excuse me. All right. Well, there's good news, bad news.
Yeah. But yeah.
Well, first of all, the good news and bad news is I have something to tell you about in the astrology of Monday. Some of you love it. Some of you, the viewer count drops by about 200 at least, between 200 and 400 when I start talking about astrology. So I'm going to be watching this number and it's going to be like, yep, but we're not staying there. It's just at the beginning because we've got a lot of tarot questions, political questions from you. So
yes.
Okay. Is it okay if I do this now or?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I wanted to point something out. So on Monday is the beginning of the Republican National Convention. Okay. That's starting Monday. What could go wrong? I'm sure it will be lovely.
Yes.
So, our next speaker is the undead Nosferatu himself.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So, Stephen Miller. Okay. Anyway.
Sorry, that's hysterical.
Well, tell me I'm wrong.
You're not.
Rhonda says Hal mentioned you in Mon yesterday. Well, I know Hal Sparks didn't mention me. He doesn't know I exist. That's fine. But anyway, so I realized that in telling you about what is going on in the astrology, the thing that specifically sticks out about the astrology of the Republican National Convention starting Monday, which can give us an idea of the energy. Rhonda says he likes you. I have no idea who you're talking about, but
okay.
It's always good to have happiness in the world. Anyway, so one of the things about this is that when there, not only do people have astrology charts, but places do, like when a town was founded, or when a country was founded, and also events have charts and how the events are going to go. And since there is I'm getting distracted. Sorry.
You're good. You're good.
Since I'm sorry, Rhonda, I am totally confused. What is going on? Anyway, that's very, I have no idea what you're talking about. And it's just my brain's going, it's trying to piece it together. Okay. Focus. Astrology.
Yes.
Events have an astrology chart. The Republican National Convention has a chart. Now, because no matter what we do, we cannot find the time that it officially starts, because they don't have an official start time, which is really odd. But you use noon. Okay. And since we're generally talking about planets that are far, planets that are far out there, we're not talking about the moon. Well, later on, but that first day for the main chart, it doesn't matter. A few hours doesn't make any difference. So, okay. Yeah.
So it doesn't make any difference. So yes, the event, the chart for the event, we don't know the time.
Yes. Harvey Norton's pointing out there's also a branch of astrology called electional astrology, which is like when I do that quite a bit when I'm trying to figure out like when to launch a course, when to start a channel. So electional astrology is when you go through and you try to, it's like in the time period you're thinking about over a number of months, when would be the best, which would be better or worse a time to start something. And what you are seeing all over YouTube, if you watch astrology, if YouTube is like, "Ooh, you like political astrology? Here, and it's like throwing all this astrology stuff at you. You know that there has just been a flood of videos on YouTube that have been talking about how this nasty conjunction that is specifically on Monday. However, what dawned on me is that people have been talking about the conjunction of these planets, what they mean, the meaning coming together, which is fraught. Nasty energy. Now, it's just flowing through, doesn't necessarily, if you batten down your hatches and, you stay home, you do you, and you let the crazy just pass by, you'll be fine. But if you don't pay attention with astrology, you could be caught out in it. And that's what's going on Monday. But what I think people aren't talking about as much is what astrological sign the conjunction is in. And what I realized is that, I'm creating the AstroGraphics astrology course. And the big thing about the AstroGraphics course is to use, I'm a visual learner. I think a lot of other people are too. And it can be easier to understand things when you go, oh, okay, that makes sense. This is that. This is, rather than me just throwing a bunch of words at you. Some people are great with that. I'm not. So I pulled together my astrographic images to explain this this conjunction on Monday. And cool. It also includes a fixed star, which is not something I normally do. But it's important here. I don't normally do it because the astrographics is really, it's a beginner's course. Like when Mars is in Taurus, what is that? When Uranus is in Taurus, what is that? That kind of stuff. All right, so dun, da, da. Alexa says I'm trying autumn, but I don't understand. That's okay. That's okay. All right, here, we'll have a look at this. Let me show you this. And we will get to the tarot questions, the politics. Links are will be in the description, the timing. Okay, so I made this. Okay. Now it looks a little I tried to cram as much information in here as I could, which is not always the best thing, but this is the upshot.
Is that better? Yes.
A little, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Taurus, the sign of Taurus, is very practical. It is the first earth sign. And as a matter of fact, if I just quickly go here, where is it? It's right there. This is the first sign, Aries. This is the second one. This is Taurus. Okay. So it's the second sign of the zodiac. It's the first earth sign. That's why it's green. Okay.
Okay.
So it's this practical, earthy energy. It's also in the middle of that little quadrant on this thing. So it's fixed. It's stubborn. It's therefore, I'm going to call both of us out. In each of these quadrants, the sign in the middle is the fixed, solid, stubborn sign. Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius.
Yes.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, we're not stubborn.
Yeah.
We're not. No.
No.
Anyway, so that is Taurus. That's the symbol. The bull's head. The head with the horns. All right. When planets go into Taurus, they take on that energy. Mars, for example, rules the first sign. Mars is the god of war, rules Aries, which is another name for the god of war. And he's a soldier he's the soldier, the fighter, and it has practical aspects like the dancer, that kind of thing.
Right.
But when Mars goes into Taurus, it's the proverbial turning the sword into the plow.
Okay.
So he still has the energy, he still has all of the passion and aggression, if you will, but it's to till the soil. It's to build up material wealth. It's values and valuables. So, but it's of all of the three earth signs, it is the most on the ground, like in the soil, kind of. Taurus grows it. Virgo crafts it. Capricorn makes it expensive and special and hoity-toity, which is good. So when Mars goes into Taurus, he replaces his sword with a plow or a till or something that just looks a little bit scary. It's probably just for breaking up the soil or rocks, but okay. Uranus rules astrology, or it does rule astrology, but it rules Aquarius.
Yes.
And it's futuristic, humanitarian, concerned about the collective, very smart. I personally think of it sometimes as like almost like a higher octave of Mercury myself. That's how I tend to think of it. A little on the, let's say, cool side, not inherently the most emotional, at worst, because there are good and bad sides to each sign, each planet. At worst, it can be a little robotic. But that robot is the factory machine, and it's making a meal for every person, to make sure that they all have what they need, but everybody gets the same, and it thinks about the collective and democracy. Well, when Uranus went into Taurus in 2018, but whereas Mars in Taurus is the farmer, Uranus in Taurus is the crypto farmer.
Okay.
It's all about technology.
Gotcha.
But still, you have this energy of sowing,
Right.
reaping, pulling material things to yourself. When Taurus goes bad, they're some of the most materialistic jerks you can meet, where things become more important than people.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a really good article I just read about a crypto farm that are being built in rural areas and are getting all these breaks from different states and what have you. And the people who live around them are getting horribly sick. Horribly sick. Bad. And going deaf, going children getting, it's bad. It can be really awful. It could be good, but it can be really awful.
Right.
So these two are meeting up in Taurus. So their energy is coming together. And when I say they're meeting up, it's not just at 26 degrees of Taurus.
Right.
It's within minutes. 26 degrees, 24 minutes. 26 degrees, 19 minutes. I mean, they are right there.
Right.
So the energy of these two is blending together and becomes more powerful because it's in the same place. So it creates like bigger waves, you could say.
Right.
Well, as by coincidence, by coinkydink, there is this blue star called Algol. And it is considered one of the nastiest fixed stars. And fixed stars, they have their own meaning. And this one is oh boy. Violence and extreme outcomes. There are some people who have nicer things to say about it than that. Suzanne Chin, what is a crypto farm? Oh, I'm so sorry. A crypto farm is in order to mine Bitcoin, in order to mine cryptocurrency, you have to set up these computers in just massive computers all linked together, because there's something, it's called a blockchain. And basically it's to keep control of the value of cryptocurrency. It has like a lock on it, a very complicated lock on it. And you can mine, quote unquote, cryptocurrency if you have the computing power to work on the locks.
Right.
So you can make money, but you need massive computing power to do it. And all of the environmental problems that go along with that. With the noise and the heat and the massive electricity drain. That's a crypto farm. So this fixed star, if you are born around, I want to say somewhere in the ballpark around the 18th of May, ballpark, something like that. You might even have your sun here. You can, because you're born with this, you can use this energy to your advantage. You can learn how to use this energy. It's when things kind of hit the rest of us.
Right.
When bad aspects or negative energy hits the rest of us, that we get kind of knocked over because we can't deal with it. Mars and Taurus, Uranus and Taurus is going to be in the exact same place as Algol, this fixed star. Algol is, let's put it this way. There is a constellation called Perseus. And you've got Perseus, manly man, with his sword. And he's the one who killed Medusa. And his constellation is manly man Perseus with his sword, but he's also holding Medusa's head. Ew. Algol is where Medusa's head is.
Oh.
Ew.
Oh.
Ew. So this is all coming together, and it is at, Algol is fixed at 26 degrees, 25 minutes, 1 minute away from Mars here on Monday. 6 minutes away from Uranus. Not degrees, minutes. So when people are talking about on Monday, the Republican National Convention, what is it going to be like? Is there going to be violence? Is there going to be an explosion? Is there going to be all this stuff? If you take Taurus into consideration, and that what these planets mean when they are in Taurus, doesn't this look a lot like the Republican view? When it's like there can be good and bad parts to a sign, there can be good and bad parts to like a profession. There are farmers who are the most glorious people,
right,
who love the earth, love people, love feeding people, pride in their family, good stuff. Oh, Lisa's Arnold says, I'm so confused. I'm sorry. So it can be really good. When farmers go bad, they're Christy Gnome.
Yeah.
Christy Gnome, basically the evil farmers, the bad farmers, they have reaped from the earth, and they have killed so often livestock, but they have killed with such impunity and for so long that life stopped mattering to them. And if something is inconvenient, if the cow is not producing anymore, off they go to the slaughterhouse. The dogs can't be trained, I can't be bothered to train the dog. Poof, gone. The goat's too mean. Poof, gone. Cold. So that's the energy of the convention, because that's the energy of the Republican Party right now. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you to give you a better idea of what we're dealing with on Monday. Now, if it was just Mars and Uranus in Taurus on Monday, I'd say, okay, that's what this is. This is what astrologers are going,
Yeah.
Because to that, you add the kind of this Medusa's head. I mean, it's not Medusa, it's Algol, but it's still that.
Yeah.
So this is going to be ugly. And personally, I think that sorry, again, brain, focus. They're basically going to show their heinous colors. And I think because of this, and this isn't Venus beauty, and this is active, cold, potentially cruel stuff, and they're going to show their true colors, and I don't think they're going to be able to find a middle ground. I don't think they're going to be able, because normally, it was always politicians, they go out for the primary and they're as extreme as they want to be, but then in the general, what do? They pull more toward the middle so they can get a wider group of votes. This is not pulling toward the middle at all.
No.
So anyway, I wanted to share that with you in the hopes that it helps make sense of it. And Also, this is the kind of stuff, these graphics, this is the kind of stuff in, not necessarily in this format, but this is, as my AstroGraphics course is about, ignore the where this is, but like Mars in Taurus is the farmer.
Right.
It has these, and then to help you remember. They're mnemonic devices, but also, just a way for you to understand. So, okay. I just wanted to share. And I will. There we go. All right. And we will get to the actual readings, but.
Okay. Thank you. That was really, really cool.
Sandy Miller says, I understand it much better now. Thank you for that. Oh, thank heavens. Oh, thank heavens. All right. We're about 200 viewers short from where we normally are at this time. So, yeah, that tracks. Anyway.
It'll be all right. All right. At 2610.
Thank you, Scary
Y'all.
Harpy. Thank you, Rick. Okay.
Y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Per Forbes, it seems Trump has not only managed to pay off his entire bond, but also a $12 million loan related to the Trump Plaza property. How? A combination of his billionaire friends, remember the guy who loaned him part of the bond to begin with, cashing in some of his Truth Social stock, and a suspicious Grand Cayman account. So there's
Grand Cayman bank account. Grand Cayman bank account. Okay.
So the first part, there's two questions on this. The first part is it nefarious? Like, what, all the gains ill-gotten? Yeah.
What are the gains ill-gotten? I'll do 3 cards.
Yes, Rose Blue. It is a Mr. Hanky situation. Yes.
Two of Pentacles. His whole financial situation is dodgy, which is why he's constantly hustling. If this man's money, if his fortune was a bucket, there's a giant hole in it. And so he's constantly hustling to get more coming in the top. And then he manages to keep about that much in there. And it's like he goes down in there and he stays, so you can't quite see the top and you can't quite see the bottom that much. And he's like, see, I'm really rich. See how rich I am? I'm super rich. So that's him. 4 of Pentacles, the miser, not enough, the lack, not good. His financial situation is bad. The last card is the Lovers, which is where he's trying to get money from his suckers. Yes. And Strength is right in the middle. So I'm curious about the Strength card, and I want to ask a bit more about it because
and for those asking in chat, I know originally there's a lot of the stuff involved with the True Social that he can't do until September. I don't know how he was able to get rid of some stock between point A and point B. I don't know if he called JG Wentworth at 877 Cash Now and said that he has
JG Wentworth.
Sorry. No, you're good. I don't know if I have a structured settlement. I don't know how it all worked out, but I went to Raw Story, who is quoting from a report from Forbes. So I'm assuming it's been fact checked. I don't know the particulars. I don't speak finance.
Yeah. And Cat Mom, that's a good idea. That's a very good idea. I should have done that. Thank you. Okay. And, Hang on, any clarification on this last card?
Okay.
It's the Grand Cayman thing. I'm like, huh? But
Oh yeah,
anyway,
we're looking at that next. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, okay. He's a mess. This is Howling at the Moon. He's just all over the map. His emotions, he's on this massive emotional roller coaster.
Mm. Mm.
Seven of Cups, smoke and mirrors. 3-card Monty, but no, it's smoke and mirrors, not 3-card Monty, but it's smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
The Fool. If I just pretend everything's fine, everything will be fine. If I just pretend everything's fine, if I just pretend everything's fine, if I never admit anything bad, why he's such a mess. King of Pentacles. I'm really rich. No, dude, you really aren't. Two of Cups. Partnership. That's where he's getting ye old chunk of money. Also, this Two of Cups makes me think that the people he's getting money from think they're going to get more from him than they actually are. They think this is a true partnership. Whereas Donald Trump is pathologically transactional. So I was asking more about this money here, what have you, and what I got was Miser card again, the lack of money, with the Devil, corruption, and the Four of Swords, which is going to be your legal silence. Your legal... In this case, because we're talking about money, it's not even necessarily... I mean, part of it, of course, is his business, but part of it is also he doesn't have much to fall back on. And if he tries to go into bankruptcy again, I don't think it's going to go so well for him, considering he has 34 felony counts, convictions related to fraud. So is this all on the up and up? He's manipulating people.
Yeah.
Now, is the Grand Cayman bank account, is that a real thing? And is it as suspicious? Is it as sus as it looks? Or suspicious?
Yeah. I was wondering about that, and if there are more where that came from. So
okay,
yeah.
Let's start with the suspicious Grand Cayman bank account that just happened to have the kind of money in it that don't be needed. Do we need to get Bailey Sarian involved? Is this suspicious?
Suspicious.
Who doesn't love Bailey Sarian? She's awesome.
I love her. I love her.
Okay.
Oh. Pull up a chair.
Pull up a chair. Get your tea. Entertainment only YouTube. Where is it? There it is. All right. So, do you remember a number of years ago, after GriftCo, aka Trump Org, suddenly had an overseer, an outside overseer?
Yes.
Or was about to. And lo and behold, Sniffy Jr. suddenly created a GriftCo 2 in Delaware and started trying to transfer all of anything of value into this other Delaware company.
Yes, it's so well named too. Yeah, so well named.
Yeah. And the judge said, "No, have you lost your mind? Stop it." Well, funny that there's a Grand Cayman bank account. Oh, that's hysterical, Teresa Ford. Red fish, blue fish. This seems sus fish.
I love that. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Yes. Anyway, funny that when I ask about this, I've got the dynasty, the 10 of Pentacles.
Oh.
And the hermit. And when the hermit's bad, it's going around in the dark back passageways.
Mm-hmm.
King of Pentacles. I'm really rich. You're really not. Say it with me.
That part. That part.
4 of Wands. Oh, I have Mar-a-Lago. I have all of these properties. I have a 30,000 square foot penthouse, 3-4 penthouse in New York. No, you don't. It's 10. Yeah. Mar-a-Lago is worth 10 times that 18 million. So 10 times. So 10 point. Okay. Anyway, Chariot. That's a big movement, a big important thing. And funny in this, you've got the thief card running away from the Chariot in the middle. And then happy 3 of Cups, where we're quite pleased. So it doesn't feel like it's immediate, but
right.
I really wonder if this isn't a whole big thing of, oh, you say you're really rich? Let's have a good, hard look at that.
Fabulous. I'm down.
So that's what I'm getting.
All right. And then at 3735, are there other such accounts floating around?
All right. Just pretend the entertainment only is still here.
Oh, sorry.
What?
Sorry. Okay. All right.
You're awesome.
Oh, burn. No, I am inside today because the internet is funky and I'm having to tether, and I can't tether from the office because of the metal building. So we have repair people coming in the morning. So, yep. But thank you for inquiring if I was okay. It's very sweet of you.
See what the cards say, but he's the bad guy. Duh. Knight of War. Okay. He had a when Trump was president, he had a bank account in China.
Mm-hmm.
And right before he put in place a policy, or right after he put in a policy that helped China, funny that he withdrew somewhere in the ballpark of $15 million from that bank account in China. Not his company, him. So Knight of Wands, the king. Normally the Knight of Pentacles would be the money courier,
Right.
courier.
Right.
But this is someone who, for Trump, specifically for him, because he's the King of Wands. So this is acting specifically for him. Temperance, they've been able to hide quite a bit, I believe. I could be wrong, entertainment only. But yeah, because here's this victory. However, before you start, he gets away with everything, start losing sleep. In the center, I've got the Wheel of Fortune. Thank you, B. Thank you.
Very sweet. Yes.
Wheel of Fortune. The fortunes, they are changing. Two of Swords, legal decision. 10 of Wands, burden. Trump, burdened. Legal decision made. Wheel of Fortune, his fortunes turning. So he's the bad guy. Duh.
Very much so. Ooh. All right. Well, at 41:10, Alexa has a question. The New York Times did an article analysis layout about why Trump is unfit to be president.
What did it go on for like 300 pages?
You would think there'd be an ink shortage or something.
Right.
Right? Let's see. How is Trump feeling about that article?
Oh,
sorry?
Felled vast Canadian forests.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
New York Times article on analysis layout about why Trump is unfit to be president. That's odd because they've been so flippin' conservative and so hard on Biden.
I know.
Sure. Okay.
Are they giving Valerie?
Thank you, Valerie. Did they do this to like tell his supporters how to counter these points with the
Yeah, I don't know. It's yeah. I think they just caught so much clap back from how they've been treating Biden lately that they're just so they can show they're quote unquote trying.
Trump is the King of Wands. This is the Page of Wands. They're not the Knight of Wands are not actively gunning in like offy. Well, we know it's obvious. And they're not the Queen. They're not staring up at him with tears in their eyes going, sir. But they are, but we know, we know whose side they're on.
Oh, yeah.
Six of Swords. Some of the legal stuff, it feels like some of the legal stuff is worrying some of the people there. Like, I don't know if we should go all in. Because even if they were getting flack for only going against Biden and not Trump, there's still some super, super conservative people there. But I think even those people are concerned about Trump's legal problems. Magician. He's a con man. We know that. Three of Cups. That's our celebration. Thank you, Finzenberger. Thank you. This is a celebration for us with the Hanged Man and the 10 of Swords. Now, if this wasn't a celebration here, I would wonder if this means they were just going to go back to bashing Biden. But now with this celebration here and this makes me think that the fears may very well turn out to be well-founded. Well, it's a start.
Yes. While questions are full for today, I do think this one gets some honorable mentions. Yeah. Polly Wanda, I love you.
Krusty?
Yeah. Okay. Were you saying something? I'm sorry?
He's not worth it.
At 45:05, this is hysterical. The internet has been having fun with this one. It seems Melania will speak at the RNC Convention next week. I know. The internet is abuzz, wondering which Michelle Obama speech she'll lift this time. How will it go? How is this going to?
How much did they pay her?
Oh, yeah.
Her biggest complaint about being first lady was that it was an unpaid position.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We didn't elect her. Nobody elected her. I mean, I didn't elect him, but you know what I mean. The country did not elect Melania for anything.
No.
So
invest.
Right?
All right.
She wants to be paid. She can pull a Jill and have a job. Yep.
All right. Melania Trump at the RNC. Entertainment only. I think he's going to be horrible to her. Behind the scenes, but I think he's going to be horrible to her. Or maybe we'll see a little bit of it. I mean, we saw it at his inauguration. He was so heinous to her. Judgment. They really need her to be there because she can't be MIA. Now, here's the thing. She could. Honestly, she could. I think a lot of what we are worried about with, well, what is the other side going to say? Is it going to give them ammunition? I think a lot of my personal opinion, I know it's a blue channel, but my personal opinion is Democrats are going to win. So, and does she have to be there? Would he actually lose any votes if she wasn't? I doubt it.
Right.
I doubt it. So that's judgment. Wheel of Fortune. And it's funny because it's very hard to see, but there's a woman, there are women in the top. And the one in the top center looks a little bit like Melania. Just a tiny bit.
Oh, she does.
Yeah. So anyway, Wheel of Fortune, the lovers. Yeah. Because we all believe they're so close. King of Swords, that would be a contract. I mean, if I was being generous, that would be trying to gain a high legislative office, but Six of Swords, going up the river. And ultimately, Three of Swords. She's going to find out something while she's there, or he is just going to be heinous to her. Lady, I want to be empathetic. Anyone who's treated your husband, I want to, anyone's being mistreated by their spouse, period. I want to empathize.
You want to, yeah. But, she makes it hard.
We don't care.
Right? Exactly. Exactly. Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. All right. At 49:10, Heather has a question. We're out of Trump land.
Yay.
So, yay. So we're looking at the election as a whole. Heather is wondering, can we look at the Washoe County, Nevada commissioners who are responsible for certifying elections? It's a key swing county in the state, and it's currently in election turmoil after the majority of the board refused to certify an election recount affecting local politics. The state has issued strong warnings against the board for not doing its duty. Will this board be in trouble in the national election? Basically, for local elections, they've already decided we don't like the results, we're not going to certify it. Are they going to pull the same stunts nationally when we get to November? Or try? I doubt they'll succeed, But will they try?
Washoe? Washoe?
Mm-hmm. I think it's Washoe?
The commissioners.
I'm not sure.
Supposed to be certifying the elections. Fruits of conservative labor. You get enough of these people in positions of power, even locally, and ta-da! This is why we need to vote every time.
Mm-hmm.
Every time. Oh, look, it's a thief card. With the nostalgia card. So people, that old-fashioned thing where Democrats vote and their votes are counted. I know, crazy. 5 of Cups. So they're trying to kick things down. But the whole point of the 5 of Cups is, excuse me, 3 cups have been knocked down, but there's still 2 that are upright. They're just usually behind the person. Like, look around.
Right.
It's not as bad as you might think. 9 of Wands. So the extremist feeling beaten up. Chinese violin. 2 of Wands, foreign communication. So will they try? It looks like it. But it's still minor arcana and it's weak. And they've already shown their colors right up front. So will they succeed?
DLC says it's pronounced Washoe.
Washoe. Thank you. So is what the Washoe County, Nevada commissioners, are they going to manage to say, no, Democratic votes, we don't like those?
No.
Well, it looks okay. The Democrats are more prepared for this kind of stuff. Knight of Cups. For all of Laura Trump, and I still can't get over it. I'll never get over the fact that she said we already have legal representation and action planned in all 81 states. I think the Democrats have something similar in maybe 50 states. Anyway, to challenge, to more like self-defense rather than. Anyway, 2 of Swords, there's your voter. 8 of Cups, so many Democratic votes that the person in red has to walk away. King of Cups.
Ooh.
Democrats winning. Page of Wands. Well, they've shown their true colors, and the Lover's card. So they've shown their true colors, but I don't think they're going to be. I don't think it's going to stand because we're all going to go out and vote en masse, right? Right? We're all going to vote.
Yes.
So I don't think it's going to be that simple.
All right. Well, that makes me feel good. Next up at 5415, Bernadette had a question. As of this week, inflation has dropped to 3%. Will Biden get any credit for this?
From us, yes. From people in the country who are already, I don't know. I doubt it. It just bugs me. 34 felony convictions, adjudicated R word, insurrection, children in cages versus old. And gosh, I don't know how I'm going to vote. That's a special kind of. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wheel of Fortune. People don't necessarily have great perspective on like where they are in the. We're doing very well compared to most places, a lot of places, and starting with the Strength card. That's where we are. High Priestess, higher wisdom. Use your, Biden is people using their brains. Seven of Swords, got rid of the Thief. Page of Pentacles, that's very petty. Seven of Pentacles, those who have money don't want to pay taxes. There's not much here. It's pretty much what you think.
All right. Well, now we have, let's see where we go. Where are we at here?
Yes, Brettu, another shocker.
We can either go into the next segment, or there's that one question that we've been carrying over a couple of days from Alexa. So I think we might do that.
Okay.
I had it as number 10, but I'm going to pull it up and move it up higher. So at 5710, Alexa says, I pray every day that we have peace all over the world. My question is, are we going to start seeing progress towards peace in the near future, Autumn, thank you for all you do.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry this took so long. I feel like what I've got here isn't a hurricane. It isn't a tornado. But there are potentially some ingredients out there, which is pretty normal, but there are some specific, for example, this feels like the haves and the have-nots. The difference between rich and poor is become insanely out of whack.
Yeah.
Now, Biden is doing a good job working with allies. Yeah. Page of Pentacles, which also goes with later on this Two of Pentacles. So especially young people and other people feeling a little about the economy. Knight of Wands, you always get some authoritarians. Fortunately, that's in the middle. And then you get that energy. And again, you've got the haves and the have-nots. And we're going into Pluto in Aquarius, which unfortunately is in the past, in some instances, has meant revolution, American Revolution, French Revolution, demanding equality. So what Pluto in Aquarius for the next 20 years is going to be about is either we voluntarily start lessening that gap between rich and poor, and we start taking care of the collective. We start making sure all children have food. If we work on the collective, we will be in fantastic shape. If we continue on the path we are on, the energy will build up and it will not be pretty. Bratu says Pluto and Aquarius is full of growing pains. Yes, friends with monsters and electric sharks. Bruce.
Yes. Yes. All right. Well, I think is that good for you? We're at an hour?
Yeah, we've been on for an hour, and thank you so much for your patience.
Yes.
Like I said, I know I can get a little long-winded with the astrology, but hopefully that helped. All right,
it was fabulous.
Thank you. All right, so it is 1:19 p.m. here in Chicago and in Louisiana. At 3 o'clock, we will be over on the Creative Sprints channel. You are always welcome. We work every day toward our goals. Just bring your own projects. Can be anything. We focus for 25 minutes at a time. We take 5 minutes between sprints to encourage each other, let our brains recover, and we make a lot of progress. So, and thank you for everything. All right, tomorrow is last day of staycation. So we get Sarah for one more day. And then you'll be back on Wednesdays. Is that the plan?
Yes, that's the plan, Stan.
Excellent. All right. All right. Well, have a wonderful rest of your day. You are not alone. We are in this together. And there are good days ahead.
Yes.
All right. So take care.
Absolutely.
I'll see you tomorrow. Same cat time, same cat channel. As the furries say, meow.